What's up, Mustangs? Welcome back to the weekly Mustang Mashup. We'll cover upcoming games and events. I'm Grant Lappin, staff reporter from MHS News.
And I'm Aidan Gallagher, staff reporter from MHS News. Before we begin, check out staff reporter Anushka Suratia's Ask MHS about what color subjects are.
So I'd say for history, that's more of green for me. For ELA, I'd say it's more of blue in my opinion. For math, I like yellow, but I also get red. And really for anything else, it's just whatever else you have. Like, I use orange for like everything, pretty much.
I feel like math is red, ELA is definitely blue, history is purple, and science is green.
You know, color is definitely a really debated subject, but math has to be red, history is green, language arts is yellow, science is blue, and yeah, those are the four main subjects.
In my opinion, I think math is red, science is green, and then language arts is like blue or yellow, and then history is just like whatever color's left.
Okay, I think math is blue, which is obvious. Math is always blue. Language arts has to be orange. Science has to be green because nature, yeah. And history, it's got to be yellow. Gym class has to be red. I feel like red, yeah, red.
I think that math is red, language arts is blue, science is green, and history is yellow.
Welcome back. In sports news, today the varsity baseball team will compete against Chaminade, and the varsity boys tennis will go up against MHSNews, both at 4:30.
Along with that, varsity girls volleyball will be going against DeSmit at 5:45 p.m.
Tomorrow, varsity girls soccer will be up against Oakville at 6 p.m. and varsity boys tennis will compete against Parkway Central at 4:15.
Additionally, girls track will be at Rockwood Quad at 4 p.m. along with varsity girls lacrosse competing against Ladue at 7 p.m., both tomorrow.
On Saturday the 4th, boys track will be hosting the Mustang Invitational at 9.
Next Monday, varsity boys tennis will be competing against Francis Howell North at 4 p.m. and varsity girls lacrosse will be going against Lafayette at 4:30.
On Tuesday the 7th, varsity baseball will be up against Rockwood Summit at 4:30. Varsity girls soccer will go up against Webster Groves at 6. Varsity boys volleyball against CBC at 5:30. And finally, varsity boys tennis will compete against Parkway South at 4:15.
In other news, next Tuesday is the ACT Day. Freshmen will have their day of community service, sophomores will take the practice ACT, juniors will take the ACT, and seniors will have their senior field trip to the City Museum.
Sophomores and juniors, check the banners outside the library for your room assignments.
For teachers and students registered to vote, April 7th is the general municipal election. All in-person voters must be in line to vote by 7 p.m.
Juniors and seniors, this year prom theme is Sky Full of Lanterns. Today is the last day to get tickets for $75, and starting tomorrow, they will be increased to $80. The price will go up the longer you wait, so plan to get your tickets soon.
Before you go, check out our illustrator's Piper Little's video about the Special Olympics fundraiser, the Polar Plunge.
Afterwards, we'll hand it off to some of the kids that visited for Bring Your Kid to Work Day last Thursday.
So Polar Plunge is a fundraising event for Special Olympics Missouri, and Special Olympics Missouri gives funding for a lot of different sports for student and adult athletes who have disabilities. So through this fundraiser, we're just allowing them to continue all of those projects. Well, last year, the only person who plunged was me. So it wasn't necessarily as big of an event, and I only raised $75 because that was the minimum. But this year, we already have 10 times that amount and 10 times the people, prepared to plunge on February 28th.
I actually did the Polar Plunge in college for a couple years. So this is something I've done before, and it's for such a great cause of Special Olympics. Money is going towards the athletes and the events so that way they can be sustainable throughout the year. And so it's a good cause, and I don't know, it's a fun thing to do and it's something different. The weather made it a lot more enjoyable, I should say. I would do it again, yeah. Things like that for a good cause. Like I said, like it all comes down to like we're supporting this program that is, you know, it's helping these athletes and helping run the events for the year and just, you know, helping fund those things for Special Olympics.
My experience was really good. It was really fun. It was like nice to spend time with my friends and also like go for a good cause and plunge in the cold water. I think because like my other friends in Stuco were hyping it up and saying it would be like, oh my gosh, like so fun. So I was like, oh my gosh, like this would be so like such a good opportunity to represent Marquette and to have fun with my friends.
And that's a wrap for this week's Mustang Mashup. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at your MHS News, and we'll see you next week. Bye. Let's go Mustangs!
Yay.